Let me teach you how to DIY replace your ceiling's damaged drywall, like the champ you are. So of course, the first step to DIY replacing your ceiling's damaged drywall is to go ahead and remove the damaged area. Unfortunately, I didn't think to record a video of me placing the 2 pieces of scrap wood into the drywall hole opening. However, it's just as simple as it looks. You want to take 2 pieces of scrap wood that are a little bit longer than the drywall hole opening, and then from the outside, you want to screw them into the drywall. This will give you a backing when it's time to replace the drywall. And here's just a close-up view of what that should look like. In total, I had 10 screws. And next is my favorite part, where you take whatever compound you've chosen and you want to fill in the seam that you just created in between the new piece of drywall and the old piece. Since my ceiling is textured, I use a little bit of a different technique than I would normally use on a flat surface of drywall. The reason that it's necessary to use joint compound is so that when your ceiling expands and contracts, it won't leave cracks in your drywall. And normally when using joint compound, you want to go at a 45-degree angle to make sure that the compound is evenly distributed throughout the joint. Because my ceiling is textured, I used a bit of a different method. And while you continue to watch me apply the joint compound, I just want to encourage you to like this video and comment. If you're a contractor, let me know what I could have done differently or maybe even better, because I want to remind you that I am not a contractor. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I want to encourage you to do so. If you learn at least one thing from this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of my other DIYs. What you see here is me making sure that the surface area of the joint is covered by compound. While my ceiling is textured and it doesn't matter if there are bumps along the way, because I'm going to use joint tape, it's important for me to make sure that there's enough for the tape to bond to. And I know my next step is making some contractor somewhere cringe in their soul. However, I chose to wet my joint tape because I went with a little bit of a cheaper compound. Due to everything on back order, I just wanted to get this done. I was sick of the hole in my ceiling. And so I went ahead and I wet the joint tape because if it isn't moist enough, it won't bond to the compound, and then you'll have rips and rivels, and we'll be back at square one replacing damaged drywall. And I know you probably thought you were done with that joint compound, but you're not. Break it back out. We're going to go ahead and take the joint compound and cover up the joint tape. And again, because my ceiling is textured, this technique is just a little bit different from one that I would use on a flat surface of drywall. However, my main focus was to make sure that the joint tape was covered by the joint compound, so that the joint tape could bond to the wall, because although the name of it is joint tape, there's no adhesive. And with all that in mind, my first focus is just to get the joint compound over the joint tape. And again, if you're watching this and you're a contractor, please feel free to comment and let me know what I've done wrong or what I could have done better. Everything is appreciated. After being sure the surface area of the joint tape is covered in joint compound, my next priority is to apply a little bit of pressure to the joint tape to make sure that it adheres to the drywall. And I know everyone just loves to see my daughter helping with my DIYs. However, this time she wasn't tall enough and I wasn't willing to let the ladder get involved in this project. So here's a snippet of my nephew, or in this instance, my cameraman, helping with my DIY. There you have it. With just a little bit of sweat equity and possibly some free labor, I was able to DIY replace my ceiling's damaged drywall. And in my opinion, this was a weekend well spent because I saved a lot of money by going from this to this by simply DIY replacing my ceiling's damaged drywall. And I hope I helped you DIY like the champ you are. And as always, I'm super proud of you. Bye. See you next time.